Well, I mean, I lost my father to Alzheimer's like a week after I started making the record. And by a week after, I mean, like I just had started a couple songs and was definitely on a certain path as to what I was feeling when I was writing about and what was going on in my life. And then did those 2 songs and left the UK and went out on tour and was doing some shows and was in the States and got a phone call saying, you know, your dad's passing, come home now. So I shut down the tour that I was doing out there and jumped on a plane and flew home and said goodbye to my father, said farewell. And then like just after that, I then met my now wife and like completely head over heels fell in love. And to have those 2 crazy emotions going on inside of me, like ones that I've never felt before, and you think you're prepared for both of them, and you're not, and then to have them happen together was just an interesting time. And so I didn't want the record to just be about losing my father, and I didn't want the record just to be about falling in love. I wanted it to be about my life. So I toyed around with a lot of titles, and I finally settled on Ever After the Farewell, because it was farewell to my father, and the Ever After with Ali's, it is definitely what I intend. And life, it sounds so cliche, but it is that cycle, it is that circle, and it's never just ever after. There's always that farewell too. It just keeps doing this. So that was the idea.
I'm saying that I miss you now. It's getting worse somehow. Is it the hardest thing of all?
So Something About You was actually the first song I wrote for the record with Jamie, and that was when we were just kind of getting to know each other. And I started strumming all the pattern and had a bit of a melody. We wrote the song so fast, and it was him and I kind of joking around about that moment when you see someone and that internal dialogue that you have, this conversation, you have an entire conversation about a woman or whatever you're attracted to, but you see them, and in your mind you've played out the whole moment. You've had the conversation, she likes you, you like her, your world has changed, and that's what the song was supposed to be. And the odd thing is that I wrote it, and then a week later I met my wife, and I actually felt all of those things.
It was preemptive, it was magic.
It was absolutely magic, yeah. I mean, it was, at the time it was jokingly cliche, and then a week later it was not, so.
Maybe it's a weather, but I need love, someone to hold on to, someone to see me through. Would you be mine? Something about you, yeah.
I love that. That's perfect.
Something about you, yeah. The wind's blowing through your hair, so I apologize if I stop and stare. I'm not in despair, but man,